Welcome to Jobs and Pods, the cleverest way used by leading organizations to tell you about their jobs and how to get them. I'm your host, Peter Clayton. Look into many of the world's most recognizable and prestigious landmarks, and you'll find Victaulic, the world leader in mechanical piping systems. This jobcast will feature the role of United States sales trainee at Victaulic. Joining us today to tell us about the company and the sales trainee opportunity is Keith McIlvaine, HR corporate recruiter at Victaulic. Keith, welcome back to Jobs and Pods.
Thanks for having me back, Peter.
So tell us a little bit about Victaulic.
Well, Peter, as you mentioned, Victaulic is the world's leader in mechanical piping systems. What does that mean? We manufacture a variety of products, including couplings, fittings, and valves that mechanically join pipe together in almost any type of commercial application. We also manufacture fire suppression systems such as fire sprinklers that you see in your office. To borrow a quote from our Vice President of Marketing, Victaulic is a 90-year-old new idea. What that means is that there are many ways to connect pipe, yet Victaulic, our grooved solution, continues to be a market leader, and we are expanding into new markets such as mining, oil, gas and chemical, maritime, power generation, municipal solutions, and more. We are growing every day and continually invest in new product development. And most importantly, we are looking for great people who want to join an international leader and develop their career with us.
Keith, give us some insight into the sales trainee role at Victaulic and what kind of training your company provides.
Sure. The sales trainee role within Victaulic is a unique role that allows both soon-to-be college graduates and recent college graduates the opportunity to join a global leader to learn our sales process and strategy, our products and solutions, and we really focus on building relationships and adding value to construction project owners, engineers, and general contractors to educate them on the value of choosing Victaulic. Our training program affords our newly hired sales trainees the opportunity to begin in the field and shadow our current sales reps. They will accompany our sales team on customer meetings, construction job site visits, product demonstrations, and go out for various entertainment activities such as dinner or sporting events or other activities that the customer may be interested in. During this field time, the sales trainee will also be responsible for learning key topics that are identified in advance so they are prepared when they come here to corporate. So after a few weeks of being in the field, they come here to our headquarters in Easton, Pennsylvania. Here they will receive training which includes classroom instruction, role-playing, presentations, demonstrations, hands-on learning in a lab environment, and tests which help to measure progress. It is a very thorough and intensive period here at corporate, but one that enhances the sales education. So after this corporate visit, the sales trainee will then return to their territory to continue the in-field training so that they're able to begin to apply their sales knowledge. The sales trainee will still be with our current sales reps, but they are beginning to find their own comfort zone and build their own relationships. Then they will return to corporate one more time as kind of a wrap-up session, which includes a final exam. After this time, they will return to the field to conclude their training. All in all, you're looking at about a 13-week program. It might be a little bit longer as we want to ensure that all of our sales trainees are comfortable and ready to be out on their own. We are investing time and resources to help them be at their best and to have success.
Well, that sounds really comprehensive. So what makes Victaulic an exciting opportunity for college graduates who are considering a career in outside sales?
Great question, Peter. There are so many great companies looking for sales representatives, but not many that offer the support or growth potential that Victaulic does. One excellent reason is our training group. In difficult economic times, companies may choose to shrink their sales force and stop training. Victaulic is quite the opposite. We have continued to grow our sales force and we have expanded our training programs. Another reason is that we are privately owned, which allows us to create a long-term strategic growth and goals and stay the course rather than worry about quarterly earnings, which publicly traded companies have to continually tend with. One last point I'd like to raise in regarding the mobility and the opportunity with the company. What I mean is that we help our sales reps relocate if necessary, which hopefully lessens their concerns and stress in that type of a move.
All right, so you attend many college recruiting events. In addition to what you just told us, what really sets Victaulic apart?
The college recruiting environment is a busy place for companies and a very competitive landscape. Our on-campus activities have support from the highest levels within the organization, and we devote resources necessary to identify and attract our next generation of leaders at Victaulic. We look to add value when we're on campus. It's not just about recruiting or selling Victaulic. We zero in on important industry and market topics that professors and students find valuable and meaningful in the class, and we strive to add value to those subjects. We also provide experiences that provide insight into the quote-unquote real world with events like sales challenges or case studies, and we continue to develop new programs that will assist students in identifying and better understanding their career path. We're committed to bringing a dynamic team that students can both relate to and learn from, and that professors can trust and rely on as well. While we're on campus, we look to develop relationships with faculty, staff, and student leaders. And it's through these relationships that we are able to effectively tell the Victaulic story. Our opportunities are special. Our sales model and sales philosophies stand out in a crowd because we're one of the last few companies that truly believe in building relationships and having a lifelong career. That's really what sets us apart.
Great. Tell us about the culture at Victaulic, Keith. You know, from a personality standpoint, who's really a great fit and really excels within your organization?
I think we have a unique culture here, Peter. We have a very competitive culture, yet a friendly work environment. And what I mean is that everyone in the company is friendly and helpful. You are able to call into any department and receive assistance. You seem to always find someone willing to assist you or at least point you in the right direction. We are an engineering and sales-focused company, which allows us to support our global teams wherever they are located to make sure they have the information and resources needed to get the job done. Victaulic is still family-owned, so there is that family feel in the office.
What are the skills and qualifications needed for the sales trainee role, Keith?
Successful sales reps in the United States tend to be very competitive. They tend to have a very hands-on aptitude, want to be out on the road daily, meeting a wide range of people and personalities. Self-motivation is critical. You need to have that drive to win and a work ethic that matches. It's also having some thick skin, which is really helpful in a sales role.
Right, right. Beyond the initial training you provide, what are the opportunities for career growth and advancement at Victaulic?
Well, some sales reps just love sales and they want to stay in that role, and that's fantastic. Others may look at other challenges. Typically, a U.S. sales trainee is in a sales role for a minimum of 5 years before they start exploring that next move. It usually takes that long to grow your business, to be well versed in the products and solutions, and to have a track record of consistent success. As for what the opportunities are beyond that, well, it could be moving into sales management, or maybe moving into a vertical market sales role, or maybe moving into a product management role. Victaulic has a culture of promoting from within, especially for sales leadership opportunities. One pretty cool example of a sales opportunity happened last year when Victaulic sales leadership identified sales reps in the U.S. and offered them market-specific sales roles in Australia and South Africa for a few years, after which time we will bring them back to the U.S. so they are able to continue their careers. After having that kind of global flexibility and mobility is pretty exciting. As a company with just about 4,000 global employees, we have less than 10% attrition, which includes our sales force. We attract top individuals and we retain them through our opportunities within the company. The opportunities exist and the career opportunities are certainly there as well.
One last question, Keith. As you well know, since you visit so many college campuses, college students today are very concerned about corporate social responsibility and sustainability. So what is Victaulic's commitment to CSR?
Well, Peter, Victaulic aims to be a good neighbor in every community where we live and work, from our sustainable manufacturing processes to our employees' safety to the products and services that we bring to the marketplace. Victaulic takes corporate responsibility very seriously. In fact, our manufacturing practices, products, and services contribute to the sustainability of people and the planet by using 90% recycled material in all of our products. Victaulic is committed to the betterment of the global communities where we do business, and we are actively engaged in both volunteerism and charitable giving around the world. There are plenty of opportunities for our employees to support great organizations wherever they're located.
Keith, thanks so much for taking time to speak with us today here on Jobs and Pods.
Thanks for having me back, Peter.
That will do it for this edition of Jobs and Pods. I'd like to thank Keith McIlvaine, HR Corporate Recruiter at Victaulic, for speaking with us today. To learn more about Victaulic and apply for the sales trainee role and see all of the great career opportunities currently available, visit Victaulic.com and click on their careers link. We'll also place a link to their careers site, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn accounts on Keith's feature page on jobsandpods.com. And remember, you can find us anywhere podcasts are, including iTunes, Stitcher Radio, SoundCloud, and of course, YouTube. And to stay current with all the great jobs, employers, and recruiters featured in our Jobcasts, follow Jobs and Pods on Twitter, check out our growing Jobs and Pods Facebook community, and join in the conversation. Thanks for listening, and thanks for watching.